Hey everybody, this video is going to be all about dialogue. And dialogue is a great addition to a story because it lets us get to know characters a little bit and we can find out more about their relationships with each other. So dialogue is just conversation. It's two characters talking about something with each other, right? And so I'm going to show you how to take a narrative or just a description of an event and add some dialogue to it. And then I'm also going to show you the kinds of punctuation that you need to include so that your dialogue is easy for the reader to understand. Because there's a few different rules that we need to follow when we add dialogue to a story, okay? So I started off just with this very short little mini paragraph. And what I want to talk about, again, is how we can add some dialogue to that, all right? So here we go. Lara and Sasha were talking about where to go after school. Lara said that she doesn't really care just as long as Maurice doesn't come with them because she hates his guts. Sarah said that she hated him too. So when they decided to ask Lara's mom for a ride to the park, they made sure Maurice didn't come with them. Okay, so we've got two characters here together. Looks like they are having a conversation. They are talking to each other. It's just that our story isn't showing their conversation right now. It's telling us generally what they talked about, but I think by showing it and spicing things up a little bit, we can get a better sense for who these characters are. So I'm going to take a look at this. The first sentence I think is fine. That kind of introduces the scene, right? It tells us just sort of what we're going to be reading about. And then the second sentence is where we really start to see what's going on specifically in this conversation. The second sentence has some dialogue in it already. We just need to transform it. So we know what Lara is saying. She doesn't really care what they do, just as long as Maurice doesn't come with them, because she hates his guts. So when a new person is talking, we're going to start a new paragraph. So we're going to do this and tab over to indent. And then we're going to take this part off and just start with the words that Lara is saying. So she doesn't really care just as long as Maurice doesn't come with them. So since she's saying this about herself, Lara's not going to say she, Lara's going to say I. I don't really care what we do, just as long as Maurice doesn't come with, instead of them, she would say us, right? And so after we get the line the way we want it, we're going to add our quotation marks. So we put our quote at the beginning of what she said and at the end of what she said. I don't really care what we do, just as long as Maurice doesn't come with us, said Lara, period. Okay, now you might notice that we've got now two periods in our sentence, which is not going to work. So the way we punctuate dialogue, we change that to a comma. So we've got comma, quotation mark, said Lara, period. All right, that's how we punctuate. The next sentence says, because she hates his guts. This she is still talking about Lara, right? So we're going to change that she to I if she's talking about herself. I hate his guts. So Lara is also saying this. So we're going to put quotes around it. And I don't think we need to put another speaker tag with it because Lara is still talking. So we know that's her saying those words. All right. Now in the next sentence, Sasha is saying she hates him too. And so we've got a new person talking. And so we're going to start a new paragraph. Every time somebody else talks, we start a new paragraph. So Sasha is saying she hates him too. So we're going to take this off and we're going to start our quote. And remember, Sasha's talking about herself, so she's going to say, I hate him too. And we'll put quotes around it so we know that Sasha was saying it. And then we'll add a speaker tag. So Sasha agreed. All right, and then a period. Then we see a new sentence. So we're going to capitalize that. So when they decided to ask Lara's mom for a ride to the park, they made sure Maurice didn't come with them. All right. So we've taken those two lines where the girls were speaking and we've turned it into dialogue by adding speaker tags here, quotation marks, and punctuation. So go back into your own stories now and start looking for places where you could transform descriptions of conversations into actual dialogue. Good luck.